So you did 20 years, right?
Yes, I did.
You did 20 years.
I had 30 altogether. I had 30. I did the whole 30.
You did the whole 30?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
So that means I did 20 inside the box.
Okay, box meaning cell?
Prison. No, in prison.
Okay, box.
Cell. Yeah,
okay.
Cell. You know, it's
my lingo together.
Yeah. I'm a convict. I'm not an inmate. I'm a convict. I bucked the system.
Okay.
I stayed on tour since my old 20-year bid. So that means I traveled to jail because I didn't follow rules. That's a G-check.
Yeah,
I was hard-headed.
Okay, you were a gangster, I guess.
I was hard-headed, yeah.
You were a big gangster. So 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work on Rikers. So I got a little taste to see what was going on. But, you know, a lot of these gangsters, okay, I didn't been in there.
Question mark.
Yes.
They question mark.
Yeah, a lot of these gangsters.
It's question marks.
That say they gangsters.
Yeah. A lot of them, let me say this. A lot of dudes be in these penitentiaries, these prisons or whatever, and, you know, I used to explain to people, especially females, they always want to know, man, you did all that time, and the question mark is, how did you do it without getting some eye candy?
That's the question? The females asked that question?
Yeah, they asked that. They was like, so, you've been in this long, so what I see on TV where people be raping each other,
Does it happen?
I said, it happens, but they don't, it's like, you got a lot of dudes come in, they volunteer that.
Right. They're already...
It ain't like what you see on TV, like back in the days, they probably like, oh, he's a handsome young man, let me take him.
They already moist like
they already coming in, you know what I mean? Coming in, want to be a part of that.
Okay.
They want to be a part of that, you know what I mean? They want to, because why I say be a part of that question mark lane, not the female part, the man on man part, it become because when they is out here doing what they was doing, they burnt so many bridges. So when you go inside these prisons, the gays, the homosexuals in these systems,
they ganged up.
They ain't got to be ganged up. Every time a nigga come through, they already know a gay motherfucker coming to this institution. They already got the message. It's like they got a call like, yo, Freddie coming, he got titties. And this and that. So these niggas be waiting there with luggage and stuff to get these motherfucking homosexuals panties, underwears, food, everything. So what that do, it attract more niggas cause these niggas be lacing these niggas.
Wow.
So
the greed kicks in. Yeah. That's another G check, the greed. We might have to add that to the equation, the greed check. Yeah.
And I always say, you got a lot of motherfuckers that you don't expect.
Right.
As you call them, gangsters?
Right. They a little weak.
Yeah, they in there fucking niggas.
So they come out, they running game, and acting like they tough guys. Because what we see on the outside is we see the tough guy. We see the tough guy that's running around. And everybody gives that guy credit because they don't know what's happening behind the walls. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you ladies, I done seen them cry, and men are having pillow talk with each other. And they're doing with men what they should be doing with women. And that's why they're so disconnected. And they want to be with their homies all the time. I got to be outside with their homies. So if you don't detach yourself, how did you make it through? Cause what was the act of God for you to make it through that 20 years?
Well, let me start off with this. When I was in DC, you know what I mean? It It was just that I had game. You know what I mean? My father gave me game before I even got in the game. Yeah. That's a G check. Shout out to my father, rest in peace.
Gang.
But he gave me game. He said, "This is if you want to be out on the street life, this is the 3 rules can happen. You can make it, die, or go to jail." So I went to jail.
Okay.
I went to jail.
Made that choice, you're saying?
No, yeah, I made that choice because at the end of the day, I put myself in there.
You took the risk.
Yeah, I love risks. That's the same thing in prison. Why I made it? Why I got around it so much? Because I know how to keep my mouth shut. That's
very important.
That's rule number 1. And I know how to talk to a woman. I read them before I approach them.
So what are you talking about? The COs?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys were running game.
Listen,
that's game. That's game now.
It's a G-check. It's a game. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, you gotta remember this. It's no different from in here and on the streets, right? If you locked up, it's no different. It's the same thing. It's how you'll find a CO officer. It don't matter how many guys is in that block.
Right.
They gonna find 1 or 2 they attract.
Right.
They gonna find 1 or 2 they attract. And it's just that before they move to you and have these little conversations and let you go past the reckless eyeballs, cause women coming there with that tight ass shit on, already know nigga looking at the ass, looking at like, damn, she alright.
Right.
Then you got fat broads. It don't matter how long you been down. You got a fat broad, if you see on the street, you probably wouldn't even have a conversation. But in jail, she looked like fucking Janet Jackson. Yeah, no. In jail. So you might say,
you're nasty.
Yeah, a lot of them is nasty. Yeah, a lot of them is nasty.
No, I can dig it. Hold on, let me just tell you that. So when I was on Rikers, right, I used to wear khakis. I tried to dress down because they was like X-ray, eyeball X-raying you. Like they see it, and they like, I don't care. You got khakis and a button down on. We still gonna see through you and everything.
Yeah.
But I always wondered that if it was certified game. I had a couple little, Johns try to run up on me to get a little papers and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Not? But that's game. That that's game, and I get it because you need it. Like this is part of survival, right?
That's all it is. But you gotta remember this: part of survival is still when you find one that you can say in your mind run the game on, but you just saying, nigga, I'm around a bunch of niggas all day. Let me try my hand. Let me see how far I can reach.
So let me ask you, did you ever?
Of course. Yeah. Listen, I had the hottest show in the Fed system. They still talk about me to this day.
So, should they be criminalized for that, you think?
I don't think so.
Don't look at the just pleasure principle part.
Listen, but see, me, I wasn't a dope head, I wasn't a crackhead, I wasn't a weed smoker, I wasn't a drinker. Right. So if they did do anything for me, it was like, oh man, I got a taste for Burger King, I got a taste for Kentucky Fried Chicken, I got a taste for your white food, man. That's all I'm looking for.
Shout out to my homie, Gary Haywood, corruption officer. He did a book. He used to work with me on Rikers, right? And he ended up going to jail. He ended up doing 2 years in the state because he was selling drugs and all that. Got caught up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So we were there at the same time, and I used to see him running in the hallway. Yo, Butler, what's up? Here, take a sip of this. He got rum and coke in the joint. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? But you can get caught up, as somebody that works there, because you in the environment. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is. You gotta remember, a CO ain't no different than you. You understand
right. This is a person.
And this what used to bother me while I was doing time. Guys always say, man, these niggas always talking to these COs and this and that, telling whatever, but you don't know what they talking about. So you in their business.
Right.
First of all, this
Right.
is
Right.
like I say. I used to tell girls and I used to tell guys, you should never call a woman a bitch, because y'all know different than them. Because y'all sit around, watch a motherfucker, and then drop a note on the motherfucker.
They mention, yes.
Because they can't make the moves you make. You know what I mean? And that's a G check.
That's a big G check.
But
gentlemen.
at the same time, I said to a dude one day, because I don't want to be sitting around having a conversation with you, because first of all, you got to be careful inside the prison, because you don't know who's an agent.
Right. But
So-
that's how he got caught out
Yeah,
there.
he calls up. He got caught up. I'm gonna tell you how he got caught out there. He got caught out there looking out for a nigga that he looking out for runs his fucking mouth. Because at the end of the day, if somebody doing something for you, because every time when you see a CO catch a case, it's behind an inmate, because an inmate opened his mouth to another nigga that he thought was his man, but he was jealous. It happened. Because that was the same thing when I was doing what I was doing. I was setting up a show in jail with Biggie. I brought Biggie, Craig Mack, and Puff
Word.
to the prison to do a show for me. So when I was doing that, I wasn't sitting around walking around telling dudes, yo, I'm doing this and that, because I already know what it cost.
Right.
So they didn't know what I was doing with this. It was like 4 COs in Fort Dix that I was cool with. You know what I mean? One was my case manager, my counselor. Right? Me and the nigga was so cool because when he met me, he came through. Before we got cool, you go through orientations. They sit there, read your jacket, whatever. So he knew I was a stand-up dude. So he followed me, watched me, and see how I move. So now he turned around. We became cool. So all the other inmates was hating.
Right.
So they go drop notes to the lieutenant that, oh, G is bringing AB something in.
Right.
That's a G check.